Hi guys, Harry here, and with Jodie Whittaker soon leaving the TARDIS and Chris Chibnall leaving as showrunner, this era of Doctor Who is coming to an end. And unfortunately, we still don't really know what personality this 13th Doctor has. But this video is going to go over what I found in a Doctor Who novelisation, and I'm going to go over the personality there. But before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe, also leave a like and comment down below, and let's get into the video. So, the 13th Doctor doesn't really have a personality like the other Doctors before her, other than saying that she is socially awkward is the only thing that has stuck with her, well, on her personality. Like, there's been, like, silly things like giving points to her companions and saying you're great, but really that's twists on what the other Doctors have really done and said to their companions before. Like, her acting like a little weird is basically, well, we've seen it with other Doctors act weirder before, like Tom Baker's 4th Doctor, Colin Baker's 6th Doctor, Matt Smith's 11th Doctor. They've all acted much more alien than Jodie's Doctor, but we still knew what their personalities were. Like, even just not even mentioning the classic era, like the 9th Doctor, Russell T Davies brought in a whole thing to bridge the 8th and 9th Doctor. We had a War Doctor in there, but that was just one episode. But like a whole, like, the Time War in between it, and we only saw, and well, we only saw a bit of the Time War and a bit of the War Doctor, but we knew the personality of the 9th Doctor. It was like fun and bubbly on the outside, but inside, he was a really, like, sad and sorrowful and grief-stricken man. 10th Doctor, as I said, the man who regrets all the time, well, regrets the Time War, wishes that the Time Lords can come back, chooses to remember them as, like, great, and all, like, and also is also the most human Doctor, but also a lonely god, a traveller without a home. It's, you know, the personality. 11th Doctor, like, fun, bubbly, like, not too serious, but also can be serious when he wants to be and won't let anything happen to his friends. The 12th Doctor, sturdy and strict on the outside, but inside he has a kind heart and he'd never let anything happen to, like, anything bad happen to anyone. But the 13th Doctor, we just don't know. As I said, the only thing that has stuck is that she is socially awkward. I mean, other times she's, like, really fun with her companions, and then at other times, like, the only other times I think the Doctor has snapped with his companions, apart from, like, the 6th Doctor strangling Peri, which was not okay, ever, but, like, the Doctor hasn't really snapped with his companions unless it's something they have totally done wrong. But the Doctor, as we saw in Eve of the Daleks, just snapped at Yaz for no reason. But in this novelisation of Doctor Who Adventures in Lockdown, so 2020 in Children in Need, it's back to front, obviously, but in Children in Need, they've put stories in which have connected, like, which are, like, connected to Doctor Who, and as I said, this video is about Jodie's personality, and the fact that they haven't really given her one, when they had a personality in this book the whole time. I just read a couple of little things from this book. It says, that's interesting, she thought. I seem to be an optimist. And what's that warm feeling in my stomach? I'm kind. And that would tie in amazingly to what the 12th Doctor left off for the 13th Doctor to embody. He says, like, one of the three things he says for the Doctor to be is be kind.
Hate is always foolish, and love is always wise. Always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind.
Try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. It would be really amazing if this Doctor had put in so much into her personality of it being kind. I know Chris wanted to, be like, this is my Doctor, the version. I don't want it to be too heavily relied on the other ones, but they're the same person in and out. Even from David Tennant to Matt Smith's Doctor, you could see that they were different people, but also the same as well. And also, I know there wasn't as big a gap, like a bigger difference between the 9th and the 10th, like in the show, but there was even a difference, yet you saw the exact same similarities between them, and it would have made much more sense for this Doctor to hold what Capaldi's Doctor, what he held close to his tail and told this Doctor to be. And it would have been amazing because we would have seen that she's a kind person, maybe a bit like, the 11th Doctor, fun, bubbly, on the outside, kind, but also not letting anything happen, which is even more being nice, being kind to her companions. But it's just, there isn't that. Also, another thing linking between Matt Smith and Jodie's Doctor is that the sonic screwdriver is used a lot. But here again, in this novelisation, I'll just read an extract again because I think it works well. It's from The Woman Who Fell to Earth. It's just when she was falling to the earth. She's falling, and what she does is she stuck her tongue out. It was buffeted by the air. It tasted like earth, Northern Europe, Britain, Yorkshire, possibly South Yorkshire. She did that in the first seconds of her regeneration. The first couple of seconds of her regeneration, well, is a bit on, but still, it's like at least a minute in, and she has done more, what the Doctors did before it, like Matt Smith licking something or licking his finger, testing the air, David Tennant making a device or eating something that would tell them where they came from. And Jodie's Doctor normally just sonic screwdriver scans it. But this Doctor, in the first minute of her regeneration, just did what the other Doctors did before and what is such a big part of the Doctor. And it's amazing, but also shocking. They had this personality here the whole time, and they just decided not to use it. Why? It's an amazing personality. Also, another thing that they got well, I just need to find it, is the 10th Doctor, when he fell through the roof in the Naismith Manor. It says, with a bit of luck, any injuries would be taken care of by the still fizzing regeneration process. Jodie says, I'm still fizzing in the woman who fell to Earth. And you're thinking, that's just the way that doctor describes the regeneration process. And while yes, it's also because it says, like the injuries the Doctor had gotten after he crashed through the roof of the Naismith Manor, or the hand he'd managed to grow back after the Sycorax had lopped one off. I mean, it brings in so much that wasn't confirmed in Doctor Who, but would make for such a better thing in the TV show, and you have to go to a book that was basically made for children in need, and it's sad that you have to go into a book and not just watch the TV show. I mean, this book is written by Chris Chibnall. This chapter in the book is written by Chris Chibnall, and it shows that, I mean, maybe they didn't have it straight from the beginning, as, you know, lockdown 2020, but, I mean, they had this from 2020, and now we are in 2022, and they still don't have a personality for Jodie's Doctor, whereas you read that book, like, I mean, you read that book, you have a personality. It's not that expensive either. I got this for Christmas, but I was there when my dad bought it. But it's not that expensive, and just Doctor Who Adventures in Lockdown in aid of children in need. I mean, and there's a lot of other stories, like even things that they were going to put into canon, like the Time War, but that isn't anymore. I mean, it's amazing the fact that I feel like just that one chapter of like just like what happened that we didn't see in the TV show in Woman Who Fell to Earth could have made Jodie's character like so great. Like in the first, like at least halfway through the series, you knew who the Ninth Doctor was. First, 5 minutes of David Tennant being on screen, you knew what his Doctor was. Final series, if it was even that long, you knew who Matt Smith's Doctor was. Final series of Capaldi's Doctor, you knew who his not final series, final episode in the first series, and Matt Smith's final episode in the first series of his Doctor. You knew who their Doctors were. You knew their personalities. We still don't know Jodie's, but I mean, they have the information. Chris, he wrote that, and I think it's amazing if they could have portrayed Jodie's Doctor with that personality, like holding what, as I said, the 12th Doctor told her Doctor what he wanted her to be like, not make the same mistakes as he did. But they haven't used that in the TV show. Unfortunately, it's just in a side book. But I hope you like this episode. Let me know down in the comments below if you think I'm being too hard on Jodie's personality in the TV show. It's nothing against her. It's just the writing has left that big part of, her version of the Doctor out. And also, if you have the book and have read it, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think about buying that if you haven't got the book and you I'm not being sponsored at all by Doctor Who or Children in Need or anything. I'm not saying that. And if you don't have the money, don't buy it. It's not a necessity at all. So all I'm saying is if you have because I think it was $6.99. So I mean, if your birthday is coming up or something, then maybe that's a thing you could say to family or friends. But is not a necessity at all, and I mean Jodie is leaving soon. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below. I think I've already said, but let me know if you agree with me, and also don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and I will see you in the next one.